you guys. Hello, hello. Let's see who's coming in. Hey, everybody. Come on in here. Oh, let me wave to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, y'all on time tonight. Yes. Hey. Hey, the underscore beyond her eyes. Hello, hello to you, gorgeous. Oh, I love all the compliments. I will take them. The official bead boss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to give some more people a little bit more time to come on in here. But you know, guys, I've been jamming to Anita Baker all day. Yes. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why. Because it's been raining here in LA. And her music is just so soothing and classic and timeless. So all day I've just been playing Anita Baker. So we're just going to continue it right now. All right, y'all. We're going to give some more people some time to get in here. But welcome back to another installment of Let's Discuss All Things Love Solids. Yes. I hope you guys have your books with you this evening, because we're going to do something a little different this evening. We're actually going to bring this little book to life. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to bring in my co-host, Miss Patricia Hernandez, and we're going to get the party started, y'all. Turn that down a little. All right. Let me see if I can find her. Give me 1 second, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. It is the middle of the week. Whoop, whoop. You said yours is going to come on Monday. Yay!
Hold on. I'm doing good. How are you? Sorry, a little malfunction. I'm good over here.
You good over there? All right.
I'm happy to be here. As I told you yesterday, Instagram Lives can be so much anxiety when I do them on my own, but when I join in, I like it. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, good. Well, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. All right, so before we get started, real quick, just tell everybody who you are, where you live.
Oh, okay. So my name is Patricia Hernandez, and I live in Atlanta. I'm currently from the DMV area, where I met you, PG County to be exact. I do quite a few different things. I'm a real estate agent. I've been a makeup artist for the last 10 years. I am an aspiring actress, and I also own my own cosmetic line. So yeah, I stay pretty busy.
I absolutely love it. All right, guys, so real quick, I have to give you guys a little backstory of how Patricia and I met. So about 7 years ago, can you believe it's been that long? It's been 7 years. Almost 7 years ago, I was in DC visiting my niece. Taking her to the ballet, and of course, you guys know I like to get my makeup done. So,
Tyson's Corner
what mall was that? Were you at
Tyson?
Tyson's Mall? Yes, Tyson's Corner Mall. So I go to Tyson's Corner Mall. I walk into the Mac store, and she's there, and I'm like, okay, I want her to do my makeup. And she did my makeup, and I want to show you something, Patricia. This is the picture that I took with my niece. That this is the makeup that you did. So yeah, right. So I know. So every time I look at this picture, I think of you because you did such an incredible job.
You know, I thought it was funny to share. It's crazy because I remember when you were getting your makeup done, I was doing your eyebrows, and you're like, I need to see how my eyebrows look. Like, I need to make sure I like them. And I'm like, here we go. And I was freaking like client that's already giving me hell. And it's funny because the clients that are always picky are the ones I always have lasting relationships with. So I just thought that was hilarious. Like, look at us now.
Hilarious. Yes. Look, I am very particular when it comes to these brows, honey. That is how I judge all makeup artists. When I go in and I look at their brows or I look at their work, I'm like, no, thank you. So yes, and obviously look at your brows. So, and one more thing. Were you able to reach out to Ava? Did you send her your information? You did.
Yes.
What? Hold on, we are not going to skip over that. So hold on, listen. I love this. Okay, so one of the things that I love, you guys, I love when I connect with young women that are just progressive, that are fearless, that are just go-getters. It just does something to my heart. And so Patricia
Mm-hmm.
told me maybe a few weeks ago, after she had read the book, we were talking. She's like, "Oh my God, you need to do a movie out of this book." And I'm like, "Trust me, I'm working on it." And she tells me that, she's doing some acting now. And I'm like, "What? Really? Okay." And so yesterday, just out of the blue, I'm in my email and I look up my old agent that I had in Atlanta. And I was like, I wonder if she's still there. So I reach out to the agency, and the lady who used to represent me is no longer there. However, the owner of the agency still owns the agency. She and I got to talking, and I told her about Patricia. I said, "Are you looking for any Hispanic actors?" And she was like, "Absolutely." She says, "Send me her picture." What I love that you did yesterday, when I asked you for that picture, you had it available. No, seriously, you weren't like, "I'll get back to you in 30 minutes. I'll get back to you tomorrow." No, you had it available immediately on the spot. So I sent the picture over to the agency. Ava's like, "Absolutely, send her my way." Oh my
Yes.
God. So you guys are going to meet on
Yeah, she was like,
Monday.
Tanya
Oh
spoke,
my God.
she spoke so highly of you, and she's what did she sang praises about you, and I'm like, oh.
That is so amazing. So long story short, guys, you
And where that
never know
relationship's gonna
who you're
take
going
you.
to meet,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where that relationship is going to take you. And it's just so important to just
Mm-hmm.
keep good relationships. Because you just never know whose path you're going to come across. And for me, it's rare that I ever meet a stranger. And so I'm over the moon right now. I can't
Thank
even
you.
tell you. I'm so over the moon. All right, guys. So we're going to reel it back. We're going to come back to the book, and we're going to talk all things Love Saw tonight. So,
Yes.
okay. So you read the book. Yes. Okay, so I just remember when I got your text, so you can tell everybody what you thought about the book.
So I was
and
reading
all
it
that.
on a I was gonna say plane ride. Yeah, plane ride to El Salvador, but I had about 3 hours to kill. I got through this in about an hour. And yeah, and when I tell you what I hated the most about the book is the ending, because I need to know what's gonna happen. This is why I only watch reality TV and I only read biopics, because I know what's gonna happen. But here I'm like, and it's funny because at the ending I literally was like, "What?" And everyone in the plane was like, like I couldn't believe it. But it was just, I could not put it down. And I'm not really a book reader. I'm more of an audiobook kind of girl, or just I watch TV. But this book, I mean, I was telling everyone about it right after I finished reading it. Like, it's such a good book. You can't help but keep turning the pages, and it's so many different things going on, and so many complex characters and situations, and it's just, oh, it's so juicy. I just loved it. So I can't wait to see it play out in the movie, because it's going to be amazing.
I love it. I love it. I love what you said, because when I was writing the book, the one thing that I had in mind was, well, a couple of things. I wanted it to be an easy read, right? I wanted it to be something you pick up. As soon as you pick up, you're in it, because I know me, my attention span. I said, look, I got a little bit of adult ADHD. So, right? So if you don't grab me right away, I'm going to put it down, and then I'll get back to it. So my thing was, I just wanted people to pick it up. They start reading, and it's like, oh my God, what happened next? That's the first thing. The second thing that you said is that you read it on the plane. And my idea was that if somebody picked it up in LA, by the time they got to New York or wherever, they would be done, like complete, And so the fact that you said that, it just is like, oh my God, it just makes me so happy. Okay, so let's talk about this. Which was your favorite character, and which was your least favorite character?
So I can't say I have a least favorite or a favorite. I guess the one I related to the least was probably like the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend of Caroline. He just, I hate him.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to call on here. Not a good guy, right?
I love it.
The character that I feel that I related to the most, and I feel like I could see myself in that character because of certain life experiences that character has gone through, is Caroline. So do you want us to
Mm-hmm.
talk about her, like, in detail? Okay. So I wrote some
Yeah,
notes. So
yeah,
make sure I didn't skip over
yeah,
anything.
for sure. You read some notes. I love
So
it.
Caroline is a
I
character in
love
the
it.
book who is pretty much a self-made, rags to riches kind of story. Independent woman who falls in love with a prominent athlete. And the reason that I felt drawn to her and I felt a little sorry for her is because I really feel like she just wanted to do things the right way. And she has childhood traumas and things that have happened in her life that have affected the way that she handles life and relationships. And I feel like I
Yes.
definitely in the past went through similar situations. You know, it's easy to confuse. When you have certain traumas, it's easy to confuse toxicity with love. And healthy relationships
Mm-hmm.
as boring. So, you know, I love
Yeah.
the fact that in the intro of the book, when they introduce her, she's at a party with athletes and industry people, and she stands out because she comes up in there classy as opposed to coming in there as a groupie. And, you know, she gets
Right.
the attention of a prominent athlete that way. And it hurts my heart because she wanted to do things the right way, but it just goes to show you that you can bend over backwards for a man. I mean, you can just be the best person you can be, but sometimes it's just not enough. You know, a man is going to do what a man is going to do. So I also love the fact that she's a working woman. You know, she has her own bag. She didn't need him. Like a lot of times you'll see women trying to get with an athlete or with a rapper because they know that they'll be set for life. And she always wanted to have her
Right.
sense of independence and not ever have to rely on a man. So I was raised that way. My mom always told me, always have your own. And that's why I do like 10 million different things. So I respect that about her.
Right. But here's the thing. Let me put a pin in that real quick. But I think even in that, I think that even when you're married, sometimes you do have to give up a little bit of that independence and become interdependent, you know? And I think that something you just hit on, her childhood really formed that because of her aunt. And they were so hell-bent on saying, you know, make sure you have your own, you know, don't let a man do for you what you can't do for yourself. So she took a lot of that into her relationship
And
as well.
unfortunately, sometimes
So,
when you are too
yeah,
independent, it does hurt the relationship because you can't be, I think a woman should always be able to be at least somewhat submissive to a man. So that kind of takes that from her. So yeah, I totally agree. Another thing that I love, she's from the DMV just like me.
Yes.
So automatically, yes. I was like,
We're
okay.
DC.
You know, she unfortunately was dealing with a mother who had issues with substance abuse. So I'm sure that affected her in the long run. I think she ultimately just wanted to be loved. I don't think she got the love that she necessarily needed from her mother, and she looked for it in the wrong places with the wrong men or the men that just weren't for her. And at the end of it, hurt people hurt people. She didn't make the best decisions in her life, but hurt people hurt people. And she probably thought she was doing the right thing, but I think it also comes with the fact that she was a very nice person, and sometimes nice people we get taken advantage of. So yeah, so there's just a lot there.
Yeah, she's super. I love that. Yay! She's super complex, but like, you know, one of the things that I tried to do, and I hope that I did, was really give the background story of each of the characters, so that as you saw them move throughout, it made sense why they did the things that they do. Right? But for the majority of us, everything that affects us in our adulthood comes from our childhood. And so many of us never really deal with that childhood trauma. You know, we just go through life thinking we're okay and we've got things handled, but then it starts to come out and it starts to manifest, you know. So when you don't deal with that stuff, oh, it's going to come out one way or the other. So you made a very, very good point about her. And again, you know, not trying to give away too much of the book, but I did want to kind of bring the book alive, you know, and like you said, you identified most with Carolyn. So I want you to, I don't know what you're going to read or what you've decided to read, but for the people who have the book, make sure you have your books right now, because Miss Patricia is going to be reading a little excerpt from the book. And again, this is all new to me. I told her she could pick, and choose whatever she decided. But if you guys haven't gotten the book, shame on you.
You need to get it.
It's been
and
out
it's
for
a great
month.
read for women, but for men too. Like, it's just, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've pinned down in the comments my website. You guys can go over there. If you go there, you'll get an autographed copy of the book. If you go to Amazon, Walmart, or Barnes & Noble, or anywhere else, of course, the book's not going to be autographed. So make sure you go there, because I want to continue kind of doing this. And for me, it's so amazing, one, to write a book, and see your words on paper, but now we get to bring it to life. So what did you decide to read for tonight? Which lesson are you reading from?
Sorry. XXI. I'm not good with Roman numerals. Whatever that one is. It's page 104. Yes.
Okay, page 104. Here we go. All right, guys. So let's all go to page 104. Ooh, Louise, yes. Let's go. You went to the back, and guys, it's only 100 and what is it? 150.
Yeah.
150 pages, guys. So enough. Come on now, y'all can do that. Like she said, she read it in an hour.
Yes,
so, yeah. Ooh, okay. All right, y'all ready? Got your book? Let's go.
This part kind of stood out to me because I was an ugly duckling kind of story growing up. So she says, I was never the pretty girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? You were a what?
I didn't start glowing up till after high school.
I love it.
So,
I love it. Okay.
She says, I was never the pretty girl. I was never the girl who all the boys in high school wanted to be with. I was the smart girl. They tolerated me because I knew all the answers and I would let them cheat off of my papers. I had one boyfriend in college. I was head over heels in love with him. We had what I thought was a great relationship. He got drafted in the NFL, and then it all went downhill. When I met Kevin, he was everything I thought I wanted. I was flattered that he chose me out of all the other women at the party. In many ways, marrying him was a type of payback to all the girls and guys who rejected me. Kevin was kind, considerate, and very smart. I coerced him into marrying me. He had always expressed his love for children. When we had been dating on and off for 2 years and I didn't see any sign of a proposal, I took matters into my own hands. But that's another story, though. I just want to get all of this behind me. Quite frankly, we grew apart a long time ago. So that just stood out to me, because the part where she says, I feel like he chose me out of all the other girls, or out of all the other women. I feel like sometimes as women, we think that we're an exception to the rule. Oh, he chose me, so he's always going to do right by me. But a man is going to be a man, and men are going to do what they do. So it's like, you can never think that you're an exception to the rule. You just can't think that way. So I think that to a certain extent, she probably thought she was an exception to the rule, because she's saying, ha to all y'all who hated on me because I wasn't cute. Look at me now. But it's like, no, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So,
right. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And we've seen that all the time. You see women, beautiful women, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if that's what somebody wants to do. They're going to do what they want to do. It has nothing to do with that. So yeah, she and it's funny because by far she was my favorite character.
I thought it'd be Lala.
Yeah, she was, because it was just kind of alter ego-ish. You know what I mean? Like, nothing that I would particularly do, but boy, did she do it. And then some, Layla, for me, all of the women in the story are parts of me, right? We take parts of ourselves as an art form, and you put it into whatever role. Even as you start to, do your acting, you will find that you will draw upon different life experiences, right? And that's what's going to help bring that particular character to life. So for me, as I'm writing it, everybody's like, is this a true story? Is this you? No. It's totally make believe. It's fictitious. But did I draw upon certain experiences? Absolutely. Do I know someone who maybe would have been or could have been in that particular predicament? Absolutely. That's what they say. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. And so that's what I did. As far as the book was concerned. So yeah, like I said, I'm just getting your response after you read it, was everything. And you know what, for me, especially coming from you, because it is a timepiece. It's nostalgic. It's 90s. I didn't know how someone in your generation would actually receive the book, or whether or not you would be able to kind of identify with some of the songs.
I'm an old soul. I mean,
that
I've
are in the
always
book.
been. And
Okay.
a lot of my friends are all in their 40s. I mean, I've always just gravitated more towards older people. I never really felt like I belonged in this generation. I just feel like I was placed here. I don't know what reason, but I just never felt like I should have been in this generation. So it definitely, like, it didn't feel like it was so far off. It felt normal.
Yeah. I'm not,
Yeah.
oh, that's good. That's awesome. Okay, so hold on for 1 second. There is somebody here, and I don't know, Charlene, I think you're here. I'm actually going to bring her in with us for a second, because she is someone who also read the book. Let me see, Charlene, see if you got your invitation to come on in, because I wanted her to be able to share a couple words as well. Oh, yay! You were ready.
How are you?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'm doing
I'm
great.
good. How are you?
Hello.
Okay, Charlene.
Nice to meet
you.
Nice to meet you.
And so, Charlene, you can share with the audience your take, what you thought, what you didn't like.
I actually love the book. I can't really say that there was nothing that I did not like. I loved everything about it. I mean, just like Patricia said, when you pick up the book, you can't put it down. There was no way you can put it down. It was just like constantly turning the page, wanting to know what was happening next. And my favorite character was Layla. Yeah.
Layla.
She's my favorite character. And I loved with her best friend, Siobhan. Those
Siobhan.
was something, but Siobhan was really smart. She had a real keen sense of like, she can sense things that are going on, and she just lets her know, like, look, she's like right on it. And Lena's like, well, what's going on? What? She was like, just follow me.
Yeah, she's woke.
Right. Yeah. That scene is hilarious. You know, it's so funny. Girl, listen, I don't know where any of this stuff came from, y'all. I really do. I just, it just happened, you know? And so anybody that's out there that wants to write a book, that's thinking about writing, don't overthink this, guys. Don't. You know, I had no aspirations of writing a book. You know, I just know that 10 years ago, I just started to have this story, you know, and I just started to just write. And sometimes it didn't make sense. Sometimes it did, you know, and as you guys will read the book, baby, there's probably some things in here that I don't think I did too much with misspelling, maybe some grammar, whatever, you know, but overall, you know what I mean? It's the story, you know, and so many times we get stuck on perfection, you know, like everything has to be perfect before you start, before you take that leap. Let me tell you guys, take that leap of faith, and God will provide along the way. Once he sees you, they say faith without works is dead, right? So in anything that we do in life, you have got to take that leap of faith, and then God will take you the rest of the way. If you guys would have told me last year that in 1 month that I would have sold over 200 books. You're right. I would have called you a liar. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And this is coming from no marketing team, no publishing house, none of that. This is just all word of mouth through social media, you know, and people picking the book up and doing it. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you said something, Charlene. So
I love her personality. I love, you know, like when she goes shopping, you know, it kind of reminds me of like when I go shopping. I like nice things. And, you know, I was just reading and I was just like, oh, just got me all, you know, exciting. Go get your hair done at the salon. And, you know, the guy that washes your hair is always in your business. And just like, yes, very messy. But like Patricia said, at the end, I was like shocked. Like I was sitting at my desk at work, and once I read the end, I was just like, oh my God, Like I
I need
literally,
a part two.
I like literally shed a tear. I was just like, well, what happened? What's gonna happen? And I'm just like, please, please, don't let anything happen. I was like, please.
I know.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And again, those of you who haven't gotten the book, we're not
You
trying to
gotta
get the
get the
ending away, so you got to get the book. So did you understand
You gotta
what
get
happened?
it.
What'd you say,
It's
Patricia?
such a good read. Like it's
It
such
is.
a good book. Oh my God. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you
welcome.
guys so much. Yeah. That ending, I have my friend Bailey to thank for that, because December before last, December 21, I was done. But I hadn't come up with the ending because I didn't know which way I wanted to take it. Like nothing was coming to me. And I called her on the phone. She said one word, and I was like, "Ooh, that's it," you know. And I just like literally, I wrote that last chapter the night of December 31st,
Wow.
2021, because I was determined. Because I promised God that I was not going to go into the next year with an unfinished book. And I literally sat there that entire day and it just came. And he was like this and this and this and the back and the forth and the back. And I was just like, oh my God. And I just felt so complete once I finished it. So whatever it is you guys are doing, when God plants a seed in you, when I tell you he will not let it rest until you finish, he will wake you up, or that thing will keep coming back to you, and you'll be like, why? Because when he gives you something and he plants a seed inside of you, it is up to you to water it and make it grow. So I'm so excited. And again, I don't want to keep everybody on here too long. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has purchased the book. Thank you, Patricia. And I can't wait to hear what happens on Monday.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited for you. When you're in your first movie, because we're going to put it in that universe, you know.
Yes.
After you get all the tickets for your family, see if you can get one for your girl. And Charlene, thank you so much for being my IG BFF. Look, Charlene and I have never met, but when I tell you this girl is just the most supportive Instagram friend that's out there. Again, you know, I always say it.
You're welcome.
Say thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And guys, that's it. That's it for this week's edition of Let's Discuss.
I'm very proud of you. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a great evening.
Yes.
And I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Don't forget to get the book at heyladybytanya.com if you want it autographed. All right, guys. Yeah. We'll talk to you later, guys.
Patricia.
Bye.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Bye-bye.